As I said yesterday, we would talk more about the last lap incident between Chase Elliott and Corey LaJoie. So, of course, if you are unaware of what happened yesterday at Atlanta Motor Speedway, Super Speedway, there was a last lap crash that involved Corey LaJoie. LaJoie had taken or had the lead on the last restart, but was passed by Chase Elliott coming to the white flag once they hit the white flag. And so LaJoie, I guess we'll show the incident here. LaJoie had kind of gotten a big shove from Eric Jones coming through the dogleg front stretch, and that big push gave him a lot of momentum. Elliott was a bit out in front, and he looked low at first, and then he went up top, and Elliott kind of covered the bottom. He didn't swing low, but he kind of held his line, and then LaJoie went to the top, Elliott went to block, and it resulted in LaJoie crashing. So, there was some controversy with this. Was it dirty? Was it a late block? Was it, did he mean to put him in the wall? And so I'm going to give you, both perspectives of the drivers and then tell you what I think. For Chase Elliott, it's pretty simple. He's trying to hold on to the lead. He's trying to win the race. He's had the best car all day up to this point. He's led the most laps. He's up front as it happens. So, of course, you're going to defend your position, try to get that win however you can. If someone has a big run of momentum, you're going to try to block it. It's not like Daytona or Talladega where you have a long back stretch to kind of rebuild that momentum, get a push from someone and go back at them. That could have been the race right there. And if you're Corey LaJoie, you have to win to get in the playoffs. You're just on the border of top 30 in points, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't have a win. So Corey LaJoie, he absolutely has to go for the win no matter how he does it. Bottom, top, middle, sending it, whatever it takes. Corey LaJoie has to win, and he knows that. Second place doesn't mean anything to Corey LaJoie, because they have to win if they want to make the playoffs. So LaJoie, both drivers have the win mentality, but I think more so for LaJoie. Obviously, Elliott wants to win his home race, all that stuff, get more playoff points, but LaJoie looking for his first career win, looking to make the playoffs, and he absolutely has to win, whereas Chase Elliott doesn't necessarily have to win. That's kind of the, I guess, mentalities for the drivers. But, watching it initially yesterday, as I said in the video, at first I thought he had, doored him in the wall, but then you could see that it was off the back bumper, so I'm still conflicted on it a bit. I don't think it's dirty. I don't think the move is dirty by any means from Chase Elliott. And LaJoie, as I said, I think LaJoie was doing everything he could. He wanted to go for the win. The top line, the higher line had been better all day long. That's where the most momentum came from. That's where the lead line usually was. So if you're going to do anything, it would have to be that high line. So if he went to the bottom, he could have potentially got side-by-side, side-drafted something, but that top just rolled so much momentum. If he tried to go to the bottom, the top probably would have still prevailed and it would have ruined his chances. So he kind of tried to look low, but then went high, and, Elliott was there to block, and he wrecked. And LaJoie, I think the thing that really locks it in for me, my opinion on this, is LaJoie's response. It seemed pretty genuine, but he said that, he would have thrown a block in the same situation. He would have done the same thing. He didn't feel any hostility towards Chase Elliott about the move. He understood that it was for a win. He had to do what he had to do, that kind of thing. And basically, he didn't think it was dirty. He didn't think he was over-aggressive. And that kind of, to me, when the driver who gets blocked and hits the wall later on, because I'm not a driver, obviously, but when that driver is saying that, that kind of helps my opinion lean one way. Yesterday, I said I thought the block was over-aggressive. I thought that, he had to do it to keep the lead, but at the same time, it was a little late and it was a little over-aggressive. It wasn't dirty, but, it was a little bit over-aggressive. But today, I still think it was an aggressive block for sure. Maybe not over-aggressive, but with what LaJoie said, fighting for the win, you got to go for it all. I guess I side with him on that, because you got to go for the win. I feel like we've said that so many times already, but, you really do have to go for the win no matter what it takes. And it's not like Elliott doored him into the wall. It's not like Elliott saw him there, waited, and then turned right to put him in the wall. He did not intend to put him in the wall. He intended to block his momentum, to stop his momentum, maybe get a push out of it to go a little bit farther out. So yeah, there was no ill intent, obviously, and it's definitely not dirty. Maybe over aggressive, but with Elliott saying he had to go for the win, had to protect the lead on that last lap. That's basically what Elliott said, and then LaJoie saying yeah, he understands, that kind of thing. That kind of was like, it's just a racing deal. I think everything that we talk about in terms of these controversies is a racing deal for the most part, but both the drivers seeming to agree that it was just kind of a going for the win racing deal kind of thing. Nothing over the top, nothing too dirty or extreme. And, they eventually shook hands in victory lane, talked through it. So I don't think there's going to be any retaliation or anything, or any ill will from LaJoie to Elliott, anything like that. So that's good. But yeah, a pretty quick video today. As I said, it's pretty straightforward, I feel like. I'm sure you guys have your opinions. A lot of you seem to side on be on the side that said it wasn't that over-aggressive of a move and it was for the win, so I think it was fine. That's what most of you were saying, so interesting to see that. But if your mind has changed, or if someone who hasn't stated their opinion, let me know what your opinion was on the incident. But I am team neither driver, really, because they both agree on the situation, so I guess I'm team both. Usually it's like one side, it's like Chase Elliott was in the wrong for Bristol 2020. Kyle Busch was in the wrong Darlington 2020, that kind of thing. So usually it's kind of straightforward, or sometimes, I pick a side, but this one it's pretty, there's no real side. So yeah, anyways, let me know your thoughts. As I said, leave a like, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and I don't know when, but I'll post another video in the next couple of days.